we're making real progress here, and like the van is like fully operational, fully optimized. We have all of our stuff. I'm really happy right now with where we're at. Oh no. Hey there, we're Krystal and Eric, corporate remote workers, Airbnb photographers, and now full-time van lifers. We like traveling off the beaten path and finding hidden gems along the way. If you like that too, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more. And come along with us today as we post a video every day for our first 30 days in the van. What's up everybody? Today is the hottest day in the history of the earth. It is rivaling the temperature of the sun. We can barely stay in the van. With our AC running, it was still almost 82 degrees in here, so I have to run the van in order to get it to just 75 degrees. Today's an interesting one. Today we'll be working. I'm gonna do some van life chores, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about social life in the van. Let's go. Okay, about that. None of that is happening now. It seems as though we're broken down.
Roadside assistance. Start a ticket.
It looks like the battery drained while it was running.
Which is not a good sign.
No. So that indicates either an alternator issue or a bad battery. And we are stuck a couple houses down from my parents, out front of a neighbor's, trying to figure out how the heck we're gonna deal with this. I'm completely out of my mind stressed out.
Oh my god. Enter tow destination.
This will be really good. We tried to get service from a local dealer and they told us we would have to wait 10 days. That's not happening. So we're trying to get it back to the dealership that we bought it at, and they can see it within 24 hours, but it's an hour and a half tow from here. So that could be pretty pricey.
It's not going to be good. The over-under of what's acceptable for an hour and a half tow.
I would say 1,000 at a high end.
Okay. I mean, it's not pretty.
Oh my
but
God.
It's not 1,000.
Thank God. What is it?
$542.50.
Ow.
Payment is required.
Now.
Dispatch your service.
We won't
Just
even
so
come
you know.
check you out.
So I'm sure there's going to be some people who are a little confused as to why we would pay this much to tow it so far. But our thought process here is that I don't know a lot about cars, but I know that when you are running the engine, the battery charges. And in this case, we were running the engine and the battery lost charge. So what that says to us is it doesn't instill a lot of confidence that if we were driving this the hour and a half that it needs to go, that the battery would actually charge and not just totally drain again and then leave us stranded on a major highway, still very far from where it needs to go.
Yeah, there's really no good options here. It's either the Pennsylvania Turnpike, the local streets of Philadelphia. It is over 100 degrees. Getting stuck at that point and then needing a tow anyway would be a disaster.
Yeah.
If you think this is a disaster, that would
would be really bad.
That would be terrible.
Yeah, at least here we're outside your parents' house. We have a place with air conditioning. We can go wait inside. They even have a spare car that we can borrow to follow this back to Allentown, our home location where we bought it. And once we get to Allentown, well, you've seen our apartment. We don't have a whole lot there, but we at least have a mattress and we can grab our sheets off our bed and call it a night and crash. Or maybe if we're feeling optimistic after this, drive up to Connecticut and rent a hotel instead.
I'm not gonna let this get in the way of our big plans. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
This is a crazy way to start van life.
Hopefully we can get it in, they can figure it out, and fingers crossed it's just a battery issue and not a broader alternator issue.
So miraculously, we did get it back on. It just cut back on. So I got it in front of my parents' house directly now, which makes me feel a heck of a lot better than leaving it out in front of my neighbors. I am gonna leave it on and hope that it charges up. Maybe the light will go away. Sure like that. But we did just pay for this epic service for the tow, so we'll see what the heck happens next. So contrary to my excitement about getting it into my parents' front yard, it looks like this is almost assuredly now an alternator issue.
Yeah.
Because it was able to cut back on without jumping it. That means that the battery had juice in it, so therefore, alternator. But at least they were helping diagnose, right?
Yeah.
If this is gonna happen though, this is the way.
This is the way, I agree.
The timing's terrible. Terrible.
Oh.
Terrible. Awful. Bad. But, you know, it's in a safe place.
No, I agree.
And we have a place to hang out, so.
This is a minor inconvenience in the entire story of life. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It feels like a big deal, and I will admit, like, 60% of me still wants to freak out, but
I want to scream.
Yes, but I won't, because realistically, I know it's not that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the best possible place for it to happen. Any YouTubers out there, we're stealing this from Max Tuning, one of our favorite YouTubers, but anything can be solved, so he says, with a positive attitude and a little more money.
That's all we're gonna do.
So,
Shell out, baby. You already paid for the van. Why not pay for this too?
this is what we work for, right? I mean, what else were we gonna do with it? Something fun? Dispatched.
This is really happening. We unfortunately have taken everything out of the van, but we're gonna be able to make it to Connecticut.
This is what we saved our points for. So we're gonna use some points on a hotel stay so we can still go to our concert, have our weekend in Connecticut like we wanted. Because what's the alternative? Sitting at a home which isn't a home anymore, that's literally just a mattress waiting for our van to be done, or taking the car that we thankfully have to the fun weekend in Connecticut that we planned, even though we had to find a place to stay.
So the Van Life Daily Vlogs, no van edition. You get ready for them because they're on their way.
Starts now. It's gone.
Look at that! Look what we're greeted with!
Yeah, it's just not what I had in mind.
No, there's a lot of work to be done. It's 9 p.m. The van got to the dealership that we bought it at. Thank
It did.
the Lord before the gates closed for the night, and they had to. They would have locked it out, but it's there. But
It's
we are
there.
sleepy,
I'm
man.
so tired, and we have to eat dinner, and we smell, so we have to shower. Because it was 100 degrees today, and we were just standing there in the sun trying to get our little car to start.
Well, like this video, subscribe for more van life. Maybe we'll see when it comes back.
Stay tuned to see what happens.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for going along on this crazy ride with us. It will be back. Honestly, I'm super optimistic it's in the right spot, but
Yeah.
Jesus. Whoa!
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
That's it. That's it.
I'm terrified to even look in the box. That was a huge spider.
He like made a face at me and then tried to get away. I chased him out. He got away and I said, no, you're not. You're not getting away. Not after you get on my undies. Was I gonna put this on? And then what, Mr. The spider? The nerve, the gall of this spider. I'm not in a place to be dealing with spiders right now. If I got a scam call right now, man, I would be so mean to them.